Part 3, the 5 mistakes that are costing you clients. You're working hard, you're practicing every week, and your sets are starting to improve. But something still feels off. You might be making one of these 5 mistakes that most techs tend to make, especially when you're first starting out. Number 1. Too much product. If your nails look bulky, uneven, or it's taking you ages to file away your product, then you're applying far too much product. This is really going to affect the overall look of the nail, and it will also affect the longevity. Instead, we need to look at focusing on product control, not coverage. You need to be applying it evenly and thinly, and then building the apex and the structure in the correct place for the nail and the nail shape. You need to let the apex do the work to create the structure. The whole nail doesn't need to be thick and bulky for it to last. Less is more. Mistake number 2. Rushing your prep work. I get it. You've got clients that want to be in and out. You have clients that will go somewhere else and say, I can get my nails done in 40 minutes somewhere else. It takes you an hour and a half. If you want to set your nails apart from everybody else and you want to make sure that your name in the area is reputable, then making sure that you spend the time doing the fundamentals, doing your prep work, is going to make all the difference when it comes to your retention. This is the number 1 cause of all lifting. Perfect nails start with perfect prep. You would not build a house without the correct foundations. You need to take your time with cuticle work and ensure that you've removed all of the cuticle from off the nail plate. Any excess dry, flaky cuticle needs to be removed from the nail plate. You need to ensure that all oil, dust, or any contaminants have been removed from the surface of the nail, because all of these will act as barrier to the product. You then need to make sure you are fully dehydrating the nail plate before you apply any product. Because again, you could do all the perfect prep, you could cleanse over the nail, and a client, while you work on the other hand, touches their face or does that to their hair, and then they give you their hand back, and before you know it, there's oil on the nail, and you've missed that step. You haven't dehydrated, so when you come to put the gel down, there's a barrier there and it's going to cause lifting. So you need to be making sure that you are also thoroughly dehydrating the nail prior to applying any base coat. Mistake number 3. Ignoring apex and structure. If your nails are breaking, if they're cracking, if they're splitting, or lifting at the sides, your apex isn't placed in the correct position. Think of your apex as your nail's backbone, its spine. It needs to sit where the nail bends naturally. So a top tip, when you press on your nail, if you've got nothing on your nail, you will see when you press on your nail, the area that will go from pink to white where the pressure is. And that is where your apex needs to sit. Mistake number 4. Prioritizing your design over your technique. I get it. Nail art is fun and it's something that a lot of clients these days want. I myself pride myself on my nail artwork, and it's a niche of mine, and a lot of clients come to me for the nail art. But it's all well and good doing a really nice set of nails with funky nail art on, but if they're not going to last, then they've paid all that money for the nail art for the nail to break or to lift off. So it's important to make sure that you are not compromising the quality of your work over the nail design. Without structure, even the prettiest of nail is just not going to last. You need to master your base application first, and then the design confidence will come later once your foundation is strong. Mistake number 5. comparing your progress and yourself and your work to others in the industry. You are always going to feel behind if you are measuring your day 100 to somebody else's day 1000. We are all at different stages in our journey, in our career, and although it's good to have somebody to look up to be inspired by, don't allow yourself to compare yourself to somebody that is steps ahead of you. Use it to inspire you. Focus on your own growth, and every set that you do is a step forward. Confidence will build through practice. So stop comparing yourself to others. Use them as inspiration. Stop looking at your work and thinking it's not good enough and then being down on yourself. We've all been there, we've all done it. But you need to use them as inspiration instead of comparison. These are all the things that I teach my students when they come onto any of my courses or my masterclasses. I see these mistakes every single time. And the good news is, once you know what you're looking for and you know how to fix them, they're so easy to fix. And they're going to make a huge difference to your confidence, to your work, to your client retention. But if you want to skip all the trial and error and learn the right structure, the right application, the right product control from day one, that's exactly what I teach over in my Nail Mastery Method Masterclass. Now that you know what to do, it's time to learn the full system. The step-by-step method that takes you from unsure to unstoppable. That is what I'm going to share in my next video. The Nail Mastery Method. How to create flawless nails every single time.